Hey guys, if you guys want to learn more about Christian Pulisic, Thiago Silva, and how Frank Lampard cursed out Mason Mount in the past game against Sheffield United, stick in or stay tuned because I'll catch you guys up on that. See ya. So basically, let's start with the big one. Basically, around the 30 minute mark in the Chelsea game against Sheffield United this past weekend, it said that Mason Mount was told by Frank Lampard, or let me read the exact thing that he said. He told Mount to stop effing about and to be faster in playing the ball out wide where Reece James and Hakim Ziyech were waiting. So basically, Lampard cursed out Mason Mount, telling him to pass the ball quicker during the game. Now, that might be like weird news, or it might be like insignificant to you guys, but for us that know Lampard, the fact that he cursed out a player during the game is what can I say, a huge move in the right direction in terms of his personality and stuff like that, because I know that guy does not look like he can curse out anyone during the game. He looks like one of the most quiet managers in the league. And I'm not mentioning Manchester United's manager, who pretty much just sits in one place, but that's another video. I don't want to talk about that right now. Moving up, basically, what else? Oh yeah, I wanted to catch you guys up on recently a podcast on ESPN FC where Gab and Jules were talking about Chelsea's victory over Sheffield United the other day. They were saying that Chelsea are a better team without Christian Pulisic and Kai Havertz. Are you what? That makes zero sense at all if you think about it. The fact that we played Sheffield United, who are in last place in the league, and then you're going to come out and say that without two of our best players, we don't need them. That's probably the most naive thing I've heard, and it really pisses me off just hearing ESPN talk about that sometimes. How are you going to say that we're a better team without two of our best players when we played the team in last place in the league and we won? If they were playing, we would have probably won. Let's say we won 4-1. With Kai Havertz playing instead of Kovacic, and with Christian Pulisic playing instead of Werner, who probably would have been pushed to striker, we could have probably won that game 6 or 7-1. I'm not even joking. I'm not even exaggerating. We would have probably beat that team silly. Now, I'm not taking away from the performance because I think the team played amazing against Sheffield United. So I'm not going to take away from that. I thought Abraham was class at striker, and I thought Kovacic was amazing, but to say that we would be downgrading our team with two of probably the best young players in the world, it's pretty naive. And I don't expect anything less from ESPN pundits anyway. They pretty much speak out their backside. All right, so let's carry on. That was a little harsh, but let's carry on to the rest. Chelsea have reminded Callum Hudson-Odoi and Fikayo Tomori of their responsibilities after the pair broke coronavirus rules last month. Both players have apologized to Chelsea. They are believed to have told the club they misunderstood the regulations. So if that wasn't clear enough, basically Callum Hudson-Odoi and Fikayo Tomori snuck out of wherever they live and went and broke regulations by meeting with a group of people again. And they have come out and said that they misunderstood the rules. If I'm not mistaken, Hudson-Odoi was in a situation like this recently in the summer. I think before we came back from the lockdown in the second half of the season. Now, Hudson-Odoi is a fantastic player, but he can't be making these mistakes because I can only back him a few times. You can't keep breaking the same rules, especially since I'm not going to mention the past allegation that was made against him because it was pretty dark and pretty bad. But you can't be making these same mistakes, Same thing with Fikayo Tomori, who's older than him. Fikayo Tomori is around my age. I would say 22, I think he is. And Hudson-Odoi is around 19. When you're around someone like that, you should be their role model. You should be telling them what to do. You should be keeping them on the right track and not having them, falter to the wrong way. So I'm a little disappointed more in Fikayo Tomori than Hudson-Odoi. But then, it's a bad image for Chelsea as a whole. Chelsea is a huge fan base. We're a small portion, myself, of their fan base. You're part of a bigger club. You're part of a bigger picture. You're not just part of the small group of the players that you're within. So I just hope they learn from that, like they said they would. Another thing is that Christian Pulisic has joined up with the U.S. men's national team. Take it how you want to take it. Me personally, I think Christian Pulisic joining the U.S. men's national team when he's literally he's literally recovering from a hamstring injury that he suffered recently during warm-ups for a Chelsea game. It's pretty naive from him and naive from the team, the U.S. men's national team in Chelsea. So I think that's something he could work on. I mean, why are you playing with the U.S. men's national team when you're recovering from an injury sustained at Chelsea? So yeah, that's pretty wrong from him, I would say, pretty weird from him. And the last thing I want to talk about is Thiago Silva, who has been suffering from a different kind of ailment since moving to Chelsea from PSG. He said, "After my last 2 games, I've had a terrible headache because there are non-stop aerial duels and a very high pace of play." Like, come on now. Like, the guy is complaining because of the league's tempo and the fact that he has to head the ball as a defender. Like, this is not a farmers league. This is why we literally say the Ligue 1, wherever the French league is, the Ligue 1, Serie A, and the Bundesliga are farmers leagues because they're not as intense as the Premier League. Imagine someone of the stature of Thiago Silva literally is an example of this. He came to the Premier League and now he's seeing how intense it is. If that doesn't tell you that the rest of those leagues aren't at the same level as the Premier League, then you've lost it. Not to mention, we're literally playing this season with 3 subs, whereas all these other farmer leagues are playing with 5 subs. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. I think Thiago Silva is a class defender. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny that he mentioned that. And yeah, I think he's doing great though, regardless. But yeah, that's all I have today. I'll catch you guys up next time. And yeah, I'll see you. Peace out. Up the Blues.